Welcome to Rotary. With your unique skills and perspective, you are joining a global network of problem solvers, drawn together by a desire to make a difference. Together, we can be bolder. When you share your ideas and connect with others, it's not just your community that benefits. You'll grow as a leader and feel a shared sense of purpose that comes from finding lasting solutions to big problems. Get involved in a way that's meaningful to you. Find a mentor. Sign up for a training. Volunteer in a service project. Or attend a global event. You are now connected to 1.2 million people of action who unite to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. Welcome to Rotary.
A very splendid evening, and welcome to the official opening of the Rotary International District 3310 Training Assembly. My name is Andre Suharto. I am the chairman of the District 3310 Learning and Development Committee, who will be your MC and moderator for the evening. A very good evening, RI President-elect Holger Knaack. Good to have you with us. Tonight is the first of a series of 12 sessions District Training Assembly. The second session is tomorrow night at 8 p.m. and the subsequent sessions will be from 2nd to 10th of June, also at the same time at 8 p.m. For the benefit of those who are tuning in to our live stream broadcast from outside District 3310, this district encompasses 3 countries, namely Brunei, Singapore, and part of Malaysia. To be exact, 4 out of the 13 states of Malaysia are in our District 3310, while the remaining 9 states are under District 3300. And I believe District Governor 3300, Leo, is actually with us, and as well as the DGE, Theo. This event is live streamed in Facebook and YouTube. If you are watching it now, I would like to encourage you to tell us your name and the district you are from by sending a message in the channels where you are watching this broadcast from. What an opportunity to be connected virtually with Rotarians, Rotaractors, Interactors, family members, and friends from within and beyond District 3310. We are thrilled because the official opening of this event is to be done by RI President-elect Holger Knaack. And what a pleasant opportunity and treasured privilege to have you grace this occasion, sir. Thank you, and I'm sure we are going to have a wonderful time tonight with you and everybody else. Let us start the evening by inviting our District Governor, Jeff Yong, to deliver his message. Over to you, Governor.
Thank you, Andrea. Our incoming President Holger Knaack, incoming District Governor Raja Mohan, district leaders, fellow Rotarians, greetings from Brunei. We are living in a very unique period. A third of our global population is experiencing a COVID-19 lockdown. Many of us need to adjust to a new way of life. COVID-19 is basically reshaping us to live in a different world. The physical Rotary meetings, conferences, and events are all being cancelled. But I'm inspired by the many ways that our district Rotarians continue to connect to one another and continue to help to respond to the needs of our communities during this challenging time. Lastly, I would like to congratulate the district training teams who done a very good job to organize this virtual district assembly, and to all the incoming presidents, district chairs, district trainers, district leader to continue to connect with each other and continue having fellowship and sharing service work online during this isolation time. Together we fight this coronavirus as Rotary connects the world and opens our opportunities. Thank you.
Governor, and for delivering the address For the information of the audience, Jeff is the first district governor from Bandar Brunei Darussalam and a record breaker into the history book indeed. Thank you once again, Governor. A pleasure to have you with us tonight. Now, according to the Rotary International Bylaws, Clause 15.030, the governors-elect shall plan, conduct, direct, and supervise the District Training Assembly. May I now present you with convener, District Governor-elect Raja Mohan Munisamy, to deliver his address and to introduce our guest of honor, Rotary International President-elect Holger Knaack thereafter. Over to you, convener.
Thank you, Peterji. Good evening, Rotary International President-elect Holger Knaack, District Governor Jeff Young, fellow Rotarians, Rotaractors, interactors, and friends in Rotary from far and near. 3 months ago, how many of us would have believed that we would be experiencing such incredible change both in our everyday lives and in Rotary? And back then, how many of us thought that the COVID-19 situation could last this long? Many of us thought it would last for 2 or 3 months at most and fade off by summer, just like SARS. How wrong are we? Initially, in March, it was very depressing when all the face-to-face trainings were called off after so much preparation and good work by the host clubs for PADS, DISTAS, DTTS, and TTT. Thanks to technology and our District Learning and Development Committee led by PDG Andre Suarto, who quickly rose to the challenge and transformed physical class trainings to virtual trainings during these unprecedented times. These had led us to where we are now after successfully completing the online PADS training under the guidelines of Rotary International. On the positive side of this pandemic, we have been able to expand the District Training Assembly beyond a single district, and opportunities are abundant for other districts to participate at the same time and learn from one another. In view of the annual turnover of Rotary leadership each year, special effort is required to provide club leaders with appropriate instruction for the tasks they will assume. The annual District Assembly is the major leadership training event in each Rotary district of the world. The workshops offer motivation, inspiration, Rotary information, and new ideas for club officers, directors, and key committee chairs of each club. I hope all incoming club officers will take advantage of these trainings, which are brought to where you are. Rotary has opened many opportunities for e-learning, and I'm encouraged to see many district and club officers attempting and completing the courses in the Rotary Learning Center. Technology has also resulted in honor and privilege for our district to have Rotary International President-elect to grace the first ever online District 3310 Training Assembly as the guest of honor. We are fortunate to turn challenges into opportunities, since previously such appearance would almost have been impossible. Thank you. It gives me great pleasure and honor as the governor and as the convener and district governor-elect of District 3310 to introduce Rotary International President-elect Holger Knaack. President-elect Knaack is the CEO of Knaack KG, a real estate company. He was previously a partner and general manager of Knaack Enterprise, a 125-year-old family business. President-elect Holger is also the founder and chair of the Carl Adam Foundation. He has been a member of Rotary since 1992 and will be the first RI president from Germany. Before President-elect Holger joined Rotary, he served in an organization called Roundtable for 10 years, which is popular all over Europe. Incidentally, Roundtable was founded by a young Rotary member from the Rotary Club of Norwich, England in 1927, creating a new model for young businessmen between the age of 18 and 40 years. It was clear for President-elect to follow another organization after turning 40 years, and was pleased when he was asked to join Rotary. We can see where his desire to create more Rotary clubs and embrace youth to broaden the diversity of Rotary's membership comes from. It must be from his involvement in Roundtable as a youth. Holger's Rotary journey started with youth exchange when he joined as a member in his Rotary club. He says he grew up in Rotary with youth exchange. Married to Suzanne for 43 years, the couple has hosted at least 43 youth exchange students in their home. It is remarkable. President-elect Holger and his wife Suzanne are major donors to the Rotary Foundation and members of the Bequest Society. When asked in an interview what his personal superpower is, he said, he loves people, really loved to be with people, and over the years has learned to listen, simply listen, and then think. The important lesson he learned in Rotary is to be always open, learn and embrace the differences in Rotary. Please join me in welcoming Rotary International President-elect Holger Knaack to deliver his keynote address, followed by the official opening of the District 3310 30th Training Assembly. Over to you, sir.
Mohan, thank you very much. Thank you for this kind introduction. And I would like to thank all of you inviting me here to your training assembly. I was just joining a meeting with trustees just before this year. I just came, so I came just from Evanston, Illinois, United States, here via Hamburg in Germany, right to you here in Singapore. And that's because we are right now traveling virtually. And but you know, I'm here in Germany, and to be very honest, I'm feeling pretty much safe being at home. I was just 6-7 weeks ago, I was still in Evanston, and but after all travels are canceled, and also all our staff members in our offices are working remotely, so there's no longer anything to do for Suzanne and I in Evanston. So we left the United States being at home, and so we are really coming in time before everything was locked down also in our country here. So we are at home, we are safe, and so I'm working right now from home, and I think it's good, and it's also fun, and it's a good opportunity, a really opportunity to meet so many Rotary friends all over the world right now. And as I said, it's a blessing for us being at home, and it's like in many in your area, Singapore and Brunei, and also these countries, you survived the crisis very good, and so we did in Germany. So we are on the lucky side of the world right now, and we are able to go to other people right now from this weekend, and we are able to go to restaurants. So normal life, or the new normal life, is coming back right now to us, and it becomes easier for everybody. Yes, we are all taking on leadership roles in times of dramatic crisis and change, and before us are definitely many hopes and challenges, but most important, there are many opportunities in front of us. And even if the coronavirus has changed everything, we are right now virtual together. We can see each other. We can hear us to a speaker, and we can be among friends right now. And you know, it's also a good time to look for our service projects, or to make a community assessment, even if we are not able to go outside or to mingle with other people. So even if this crisis, and especially now, we are opening opportunities for the people who need our self and our help. With our commitment to service above self, we will be able to overcome one of the greatest humanitarian challenges right now. And of course, everybody wants to go back to normal, because we love to shake hands and to hug each other and to be close to other people. But it's not possible. But I'm really asking you, this is not the time to go back to normal. As Rotarians, if we think about our Rotary model, our Rotary Club model, district model, this is the time for change. And if I said 3 months ago in San Diego, hey, let's change Rotary. This is the time to be revolutionary. I never thought about how revolutionary this time would be. And so I'm asking you always, please think about your future in your Rotary Club and your districts, where you want to be in 5 years and what added value you will bring to your members. And more important, because of this changing world right now, please, this is the time to rethink everything what you are doing in your Rotary Club right now. Please rethink and start everything from scratch, from zero. Put everything on the test in your Rotary Club and in your district. Your meeting frequency, how you run your meetings, your meeting day, your meeting time, how you do your procedures, how do you look for new members, and how you do your fundraising events, your normal events. So please put everything on the test, because there are always things to improve. And your Rotary Club can become much more attractive, flexible, and effective. Let's not waste this opportunity for change. We have to change to be prepared for the future. We have to change to be more attractive for young members. And you know that I'm always looking for Rotaractors because Rotaractors are like us. They are running their clubs like we do, and they are sometimes more effective than we are. They are simply a little bit younger. But we need this Rotaractors really to make Rotary ready for the future. We need Rotaractors in our Rotary Club. So I really ask all of you, please open your doors. You see the doors behind me. Please open your doors for Rotaract. Rotaractors really is a really great value for all of our Rotary clubs. And you know, I'm always talking about retention because we are pretty good in Germany regarding retention. And I'm always asking Rotary clubs all over the world, please make sure that you are going to select your members very well. Simply look for the best people in your community and then make sure that they are a good fit to your Rotary club. And as important is that your Rotary club also is meeting their expectations. And then, of course, take care of them and engage them, because we are always looking for friends for life, for really engaged Rotarians. You all know how important polio is, especially in your part of the world. We are still vaccinating children. And right now we have to stop the vaccination because of this COVID lockdown. It's not possible to go from door to door to vaccinate children. And so this is stopped right now. But we made this promise to the children of the world. And so we need your support. We need the support in every Rotary club for our polio efforts. And you know, our time will come. Because of Rotary International had this idea 40 years ago in Manila, in the Philippines, where the first National Immunization Day was. Because of that, there is all over Southeast Asia, all over Africa, a perfect structure to vaccinate children. And if there is a coronavirus, what we all hope, because of Rotary, the structure for immunization is ready. The structure is there, all the logistics are there. And so then we can say, hey, just because of Rotary, we will be able to vaccinate people all over the world because we are developing the structure. So our time will come, and I'm pretty sure we will be, yes, much more highlighted than right now as Rotary. You know, we believe that every act of service, big and small, creates opportunities and opens opportunities for the people we serve. And we also know that every service will also change us. Rotary opens opportunities for us to live a more richer and meaningful life. So, you know, Rotary is not just a club that you join. Rotary is an invitation to endless opportunities. And our greatest opportunity is to do this together. The journey in front of us next year is not about I and my. I will not be accomplishing great things alone, but together. Together, there is no limit. If we focus instead on we and our, I'm pretty sure in our year, we will be able to accomplishing great things. And it's so important that you are working together with your predecessor and your successors to reach these goals. To be successful in Rotary, we need 2, 3, 4, 5 club presidents and also district governors in a row to be successful. And that's why President Mark Maloney, I, and the President nominee Shekhar Meka are working very closely together. We are meeting every week together with the General Secretary to make sure that we are working in line for Rotary goals. And one of our greatest joys of our life is to share our experiences across generations and cultures, what we are doing right now. When we learn from each other and build friendship that transcends ages and borders, we will make the world a better and more peaceful place. Rotary is such a wonderful organization, so unique, that we all love. And it is our mission to advance and protect Rotary for the generations to come. Rotary opens opportunities for the people we serve and for ourselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, RI President-elect Holger Knaack, for sharing with us that speech. And I would like to get Clarence with the video montage on to signify the launching of this district training assembly. Go ahead, Clarence. What an opportunity indeed, Holger. And you talk and touch about a number of points in there, but engaging Rotarians, retention, the need to have every act of service, no matter how big and small it is, and the change that it will make us instead of just changing the world that we live in. Interestingly, in this COVID-19 pandemic, it has brought a lot of changes, obviously, that we have never dreamt of doing this at such a speed. And looking back, I'm just wondering, into these question and answer sessions, I would like perhaps to ask you the first question about Rotary International 4 strategic priorities, namely increase our impact, expand our reach, enhance participant engagement, and increase our ability to adapt. Why are they called priorities? Does it imply that there are others which are not classified as high priorities? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is you know, this is simply thinking our emphasis in Rotary, our goals from a different side. Of course, our goals are the same. They are not changing, but this is to look from the other side. So, for example, to our impact. So many things are impacting this. So our old strategic plan was just look for more members, look for more projects, and with this there is more public image, and with public image we will have more impact. This is still there, but to look for these emphasis just from another perspective, just take everything, turn it around. And it's more difficult right now to think this way, but it's much more effective. Then we learn that's something what we are more thinking about that and then becoming more effective, just because we try to put another light from all different sides on our emphasis. So it's also like an invitation for more thinking about our Rotary goals.
Thank you for sharing that. Yes.
Yeah, I was just reflecting back on the 3 months ago, when we had the opportunity to meet you. I call myself, or consider myself, and my fellow district governor-elects very lucky to have completed the International Assembly in San Diego. That was something I would not want to. I was one in a lifetime experience. But anyway, thank God, that's the time the first infection was happening in Singapore. But there's nothing hurt over there. So very fortunate to finish National Assembly. Okay. Earlier on, you touched on polio already, but I just have a similar question. Rotary International has been for many years identified with polio education. How do you see our future participation in the program? Will the current pandemic impact in any way RI strategy going forward?
Yeah, so regarding polio, as I said, Mohan, so polio is our external priority number one, and it will stay with us, definitely, because we promised the children of the world to end polio, and Rotarians keep that promise. So we will really stick with that. Even if it becomes difficult, also looking for contributions is difficult. So that's why I'm asking all these clubs and districts, hey, stay with us. We need your contributions because we didn't won the fight against polio right now. And also governments will stay with us. But right now, and I think this is also important that we are going public with this. We are becoming successful also in the fight against Corona because we created the structure. I was in February in Pakistan, where we spoke with the general, one of the highest generals, head of army staff there, and also the prime minister, and then we visited together the polio headquarters. That's a huge headquarters, and with a call center just for polio. And already in February, they moved everything to Corona. So the whole call center was the people were trained to also answer questions about Corona. And I think that's how it should be. It's very flexible and effective. And by the way, this Ebola crisis in Western Africa just 5 years ago or 4 years ago was able to be finished very fast because of the polio structure. I think this is something also we have to go public with. This is something sustainable, what we are creating also with polio, not just for polio.
Great. Holger, the theme Rotary Opens Opportunities is so apt given the many new opportunities that we have suddenly are facing right now because of this COVID-19 pandemic. It has actually forced us to go into uncharted areas. Like, as an example, in our district, this is the first time that we are actually doing online president-elect training. And the feedback is that it's been very encouraging. And going ahead, we are looking most probably having a hybrid of online and physical meeting. But it is as if that you have been able to see the future, that the situation that we are in is like a prelude to your team before the 1st of July actually begins. Now, would you care to share with us how you arrived at this theme, Rotary Opens Opportunities?
Yeah, I was, because of this terrible illness of Sushil Gupta, who was not able to fulfill his office as RI president. So I stepped in 9 months later. It's right now exactly 1 year ago that I got the call that I will become president of Rotary International 2021. And so the first thing they asked me in Evanston was, what about your theme? I said, hey, hang on, I have to think about it, of course. Someone told me you have to choose your theme very carefully. It will be with you your whole life, like a tattoo. It will never, it will never go again, and will be longer than a tattoo. No, I think it was a process. It's not just from here to now. It takes some time, and I was inspired by a project in Switzerland where people are having a program called Chance Givers. So giving people a chance, young people, to be educated. And this is something, and then I met an old friend in Austria who passed away, unfortunately, already. And we spoke about chances. But I think opportunities is much more than chances, and it's everlasting. And so, and right now I'm happy because it seems it was the right theme to the right time. And I'm really looking forward for change right now, because this is indeed the opportunity for change for all of us.
Definitely. And it is also, I think, testing the ability of Rotarians to be able to adapt based on that strategic plan.
Yeah, the concept of e-clubs has been around for some years. The current pandemic has forced many clubs to adopt the virtual meetings idea. Do you see this as something positive or a threat in the longer term?
I think this is these Zoom meetings, what we are, yes, and forced to do right now. This is for us like an alarm clock to do something and to be more prepared for the future. And what I see in my area and also in the United States, there is a much better participancy in Rotary Club meetings than before, because people are excited. But I think what is very important right now, that we have to keep these Zoom meetings or whatever the platform we are using for this, we have to keep it interesting. And this is our next task. Right now, everybody is still excited. Hey, it's great to see you and to talk with you and whatever. But after a couple of weeks, it becomes just normal, our normal. And so we have to make sure that we are that meetings are interesting, and people are still joining in our Rotary clubs these meetings. And we are having right now an uncountable number of networking opportunities. So what we didn't have before. So we can invite speakers from all over the world to come to our Rotary Club. Rotary Club can do joint meetings, what is very useful. And what I learned right now in Germany, that there are many Rotary clubs doing water projects in Africa. And these clubs, first time, connected and had joint meetings and sharing experiences and best practice. So I think we are waiting for this. And then, of course, what you said, looking for hybrid meetings in the future, but make our normal, so-called normal face-to-face meetings in the future also available for virtual meetings, and that people join our meetings are normally not possible to do that. So I think, and this is the opportunity we should take right now. So into the future, let all take the positive things. Let's take us with us into the future. Thank you for that question. I think this is really important.
Thank you.
Recently, we had the unfortunate incident of having polio occurring in Sabah. I don't know whether you recall, you were in Kota Kinabalu in 2014 December for the Zone Institute.
Yeah. I enjoyed it very much, definitely.
It was the year when I was a governor. And I remember you came to attend the signing ceremony of the sister clubs at the Indonesian consulate. But that is the place in Sabah where polio recently occurred. And there's a message from past district governor Zaini Abdul Al-Kausar saying that, the operations program in Sabah, the state medical department has indicated that it will restart the operations in June. And he would like to thank Rotary International for the approved grant of 130,000 ringgit, which is about 30,000 plus US dollars, to assist the medical frontliners in the forthcoming polio vaccination operations. So that's the message that I'm reading from the computers coming in from the live comments to thank Rotary International. Now, the other questions that we have is, at the International Assembly in January this year, where I was there as a training leader, you mentioned in your speech that you do not have a specific numerical target for membership growth. would you want to share with us on the reasons? I know you did mention the reason in the International Assembly. I thought it would be nice for you to share with us over here.
Andre, just 2 sentences to this polio outbreak. This is not the wild polio virus. This is so-called vaccine-driven outbreak. And this is very easy to become under control, what also happens. It's affected children. So the being ill is there's no difference. Is it wild polio or vaccine-driven? But there is a new polio virus, polio vaccine coming up, what should avoid this so-called vaccine-driven effects for children. So we are really looking forward to that to avoid this effect. So regarding membership, we are gaining 150,000 new members every year, and we are losing 150,000 members every year. And whenever some people are leaving a Rotary Club, they talk and others listen. And that really affects our image. So we are putting so much effort in our public image campaigns. And then if people are not satisfied in being in a Rotary Club, and so I think that's a really negative thing. So, and I'm not asking you to grow by 5, 10, whatever %, or 2 or 3 or 5 members per Rotary Club. I'm asking you for really look for the right members and keep them. So we can grow by keeping our members, and that's much more sustainable, and that makes us much more stronger than instead of people are coming in, going out, coming in, going out. So I think we are really looking for engaged friends. I think friends for life. I think that's for me Rotary.
Great, thank you for sharing that with us. Over to you, convener.
Okay, we have one question from Rotaractor Rita Liu from the Rotaract Club of Raffles.
Hi everyone, I'm PDRR Rita from Rotaract Club of Raffles City. My 2 questions are, what can Rotaract clubs do for Rotary clubs? And with the change in Rotaract policy, what is your advice to Rotary clubs in our district on how to leverage on this change?
Yes, thank you for that question. I love questions like this here. Yes, I'm totally happy that Rotaract is really part of our organization right now, and not just a program. So like so many other programs we are running, because I strongly believe a Rotaractor is like a Rotarian, committed to our core values and the 4-way test. You are just a little bit younger than we are normally. So I think still Rotaract needs Rotary to support their projects, to be mentors, and to help them to grow into the adult world. You are young adults, but really to be more successful also in your business life. But also Rotary needs Rotaract, and right now more than ever, because you are much more experienced in IT things than we are, especially right now in this situation where I'm asking Rotary Club for change. So I'm really asking you, please stay with your Rotary clubs in your area and try to help them to adapt this digital age. So that's, I think, really Rotary needs Rotaract definitely right now more than ever. And yes, and that's, I think this is all about a fair cooperation between Rotary and Rotaract. And a fair cooperation for me means being on eye level. It's also my advice to all older Rotarians, even if we are talking and working with young Rotaractors, please, it's all about respect and eye level. And I'm asking you, even working with younger people, hey, we are much more successful as Rotarians and also as human beings if we are working closely on eye level with younger people. And that's same question to Rotaractors. Please try to be on eye level with Rotary. We try to be on eye level with Rotaract. And I think with this, we have a good chance to integrate Rotaract yes, as fast as possible into the whole organization as equal members. Thank you for that question.
Thank you. Thank you, Holger, for answering that question from past district Rotaract representative, Rita, who was at the International Assembly last year among the Rotaractors. So what an opportunity it was. I'm seeing a comment over here from a live comment from Iskandar Ahmad, who was actually your aide to you and Susan when you were in Kota Kinabalu at the Rotary Institute, and he sends his best wishes and regards to you, and nice to see you.
Thank you thank you very much for him. We enjoyed the time very much. Thank you.
All right. Another question that I have over here is, again, this is concerning the RI strategic priorities. How important, in your opinion, for Rotarians and clubs to have goals and activities aligned with the RI strategic priorities?
Yes, the strategic plan is the basis for everything we do, no doubt. And so every director and every club president and every district governor and also the RI president has to make sure that we are in line with our strategic plan, with our strategic goals. And so again, number one is for us, our major internal goal is growing Rotary, growing our Rotary clubs. That's without any doubt goal number one, while our premier external goal is still and always, if the job is done, end polio. So I think this is important. So when I sign my application for becoming an RI president, so I have to also to sign our strategic plan to make sure that we are all in line for one. It's not one; it's about 20 goals all overall that we are in line with these goals.
Fantastic, and I think it is very important for everybody to be in line in order for us to be able to achieve the vision.
And by the way, that's also the reason why there is this year there is no printed folder for the presidential citation. So there are two reasons. One reason is, of course, I'm looking for change, and this is, of course, change into the future, doing things virtually. But also, we were going to encourage Rotary clubs to go into Rotary Club Central, just to use it much more than before, and then go into these goals. There are 25 goals, and these goals are definitely in line with our strategic plan. And then pick a little bit more than 50%, 13 goals. And if you are reaching 13 goals, you will get the presidential citation for 2021.
Thank you. Convener, go ahead.
Yeah, well, while we're at the citation goals, I think this year is, well, next year, it will be quite easy to achieve. You've been quite generous on that. But looking at some of the goals, I think about 8 or 9 of them might not be achievable if this, lockdown continues or, the physical activities do not happen. So in your mind, are you thinking of revisiting it and moderate the goals?
Yes, I think we will see that. I can't answer this question right now. Let's see the results. If our many clubs are not just because of that not able to reach these goals, there's anyway time to review that and to make the decisions then. As you said, there are so many other options to reach this.
That's right. Yeah.
This is indeed something of our challenges right now. So I'm concerned about membership, of course, in times like this. But I'm also saying, hey, even it being on a virtual meeting, that's a good option to invite other people. Non-Rotarians, they can join us also in our club meetings. That's really a good option. Sometimes people are tired sitting every evening in front of their television screens. So hey, move to our virtual meeting, and probably we can show you that Rotary can enrich your life. And even in those times, we are able to gain members. But we are definitely concerned about our contributions, because we saw whenever there's a crisis in the world, our contributions going down. And so I think it's really important right now that we are looking for yes, to asking all our members and also non-Rotarians to stay with us, because a drop of contributions means that we can't do our good work and we can't do our projects. People are waiting for us to be done.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Holger, for sharing with us and for being here with us. There is one more question from President-elect Eliza Go from the Rotary Club of Kota Kinabalu, Pearl. This is the first all-female club in District 3310 that was actually set up in June 2015, but was chartered in 2016. The question is, with schools being closed due to the restricted movement order by the government of Malaysia, many planned youth activities are either cancelled or postponed. Will you be able to share how other districts are doing it to mitigate the situation?
Once more, the first question. That was not good audible. Please.
Oh, sorry. With schools being closed due to the restricted movement order by the government of Malaysia, many planned youth activities are either cancelled or postponed. Will you be able to share how other districts are doing to mitigate the situation?
Yes, that's indeed affecting many of our programs, affecting Interact and affecting RILA, and most of all, our youth exchange program is affected by that. So not in different parts of the world, the virus affected the population totally different. While you are pretty safe in your area right now, in other parts, still some parts of the United States, but also in Brazil right now, they have really great problems. So we are doing right now a risk assessment regarding youth exchange. But to be very honest, I don't think this is the time to send our children to the other side of the globe for a youth exchange program. So because we don't know if there's a second wave or a third wave. So so my advice right now, and I'm changing because we are becoming we are learning on daily basis right now. So I think there will be no long-term exchange possible next year. But this is an opportunity for all districts then to improve their program and to improve their youth protection. And my advice in this case is, hey, even if you are not able to do an exchange, so look for doing something in your area, in your local area, to provide also RILA seminars for younger kids in your areas to make possible that they are having some holidays and having some good time, because you are trained in youth protection and everything is possible here. So I think we are not able to run a program where we send children from continent to continent. But I'm still hoping in most of the districts we will come back to not really normal, but to another normal, so where we are able to take care of children again. So I think that's how I see the future. But it's always changing, yes, on weekly basis, I would like to say.
Thank you. Well, Eliza, I hope that answers your question. Holger, how many more minutes do we have with you?
So I have my next meeting, so I think six minutes. Then I have just to have a cup of coffee before the next meeting starts.
Okay.
At 3 o'clock.
All right. So maybe, convener, you have the last question, if that is the case.
Okay. This came from one of my members from my club. He said, how well will clubs and districts survive in this pandemic? Some community activities will continue despite the lockdown to help the poor and those in dire states. This will be expected to be scaled down significantly compared to a normal year. International projects are diminished to a trickle, if not void, because travel is near impossible. Many service avenues like youth education and other are halted in clubs. There will be a few resignations and default membership dues in the months and in the next couple of years. as with many NGOs, clubs will suffer from membership loss, loss of funding, and loss of revenue. What is your view on this?
There's a lot of questions. That's a huge.
Yeah.
I think that could easily take another hour to discuss.
Sorry about that.
No,
Yeah.
as I said right now regarding youth exchange, I think if we are not able, this is the time to focus on local things right now, to doing hands-on projects locally. And even if there is a hard lockdown, that's not always happening right now, but it's a good time to do a community together with local authorities, with other NGOs, with large companies, and to look where's the greatest needs in our community and where can help where most effectively. And what I'm asking right now, clubs in Germany, because we are not as effective. So please, this is not the time to think about, so I called luxury projects. So to painting a kindergarten or things like that. I think look for those areas in the world where there's really a need, where people lost their jobs and are not able to buy food and are really starving. Let's really put our emphasis on this. I'm asking Rotary clubs worldwide, please look for a fair balance with your projects right now. And that's my advice. And if we are not able to do things outside your country, so please look for projects in your community, locally, probably regionally, and put your emphasis on this thing.
Thank you. With that, before I call convener to give a vote of thanks to you, Holger, just to let you know that we have RI Director-elect Surgeon Liu is here with us online, watching live broadcast, as well as District Governor from 3300, and as well as District Governor nominee from District 3420 in Indonesia, and District Governor from Indonesia 3410, Rosiana Wiguna. So there are a lot of them actually are tuning in, and this is where the connection is. Before you go, I would like now to invite convener to give a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Peter. Dear fellow Rotarians, they do say that every cloud has its silver lining. The COVID-19 cloud has today brought us the silver lining, that is the exceptional privilege of having Rotary International President-elect Holger Knaack with us. I was not surprised that he requested President-elect Holger to participate in our DISTAS inaugural session. He accepted without hesitation. It just reiterates my view that we are privileged to have such a leader. On behalf of all Rotarians in District 3310, I'd like to thank you, President-elect Holger, for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us today. We are living in challenging times, and your insight speech and Q&A give us the confidence to appreciate that RI and its leadership will have a steady hand at the helm. We collectively weather this pandemic storm and hopefully the calm that will follow. Allow me to wish you, your spouse, Suzanne, all the best for your forthcoming year as RI President. Keep healthy and safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohan. Thank you very much for your kind words. I'm really looking forward to work with all of you. And even if it's hard times right now, so we have every opportunity to get out of this crisis stronger than ever. And even if it's sometimes hard, Rotary is, I think, my greatest opportunity of my life to live a really richer and more meaningful life. And whatever crisis we are facing, don't forget, Rotary has also been fun. So I'm looking forward to you in the next year, and all the best, and stay healthy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mohan. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you. All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right. Thank you very much, Holger Knaack, for being with us. And what a pleasant opportunity and wonderful evening to have him with us. Now, the session is not over yet. We are going to go to the next item of the agenda, which is actually on the purpose of Assembly, is to actually provide training for all incoming club officers. Now, normally in District 3310, this training is physically held in Johor Bahru. But the COVID-19 pandemic has changed all the planning for the physical meeting, and RI has recommended us to have virtual training instead. Now, what I would like to do next is, as I mentioned earlier on in the program, this district training assembly comprises of 12 sessions. Tonight is the first session. Tomorrow at the same time at 8 p.m. is the second session. And the third session until the 12th session will actually start on the 2nd of June until the 10th of June. And the third district training assembly is when all the incoming club officers are required to attend the various tracks based on their roles. Now, it is also very important that they need to complete the online learning course at the Rotary Learning Center before they embark and attend on the training on the 2nd until the 10th of June. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through a set of PowerPoint presentation to help Rotarians and incoming club officers who find challenges in using technology to start doing the online courses by making it simpler for them. Let me just perhaps go through this presentation on the session itself, and this is what I'm going to do. Just give me a second. Yes, okay. Now, what we have done is we have done some level of integration between the Rotary District 3310 website, specifically at the online learning web page that we have created. So the address is www.rotarydistrict3310.org.my/online learning. You may want to capture screenshot of this particular address. So instead of you going into the Rotary Learning Center, all you have to do is just visit the district website under online learning, because this district website is integrated with the learning center at the Rotary Learning Center itself. Now, once you click that district website address, this is where it shows the main page of the district website. And if you go into the member access, where the yellow highlight is, you will find at the bottom there is an item called online learning. And you click that, it will bring you to this particular page for online learning. And at the bottom there, you see the Enter Online Learning for 2020-2021. When you click, it will arrive at this particular page. And if we scroll down, my committee and I have prepared 3 documents. The first one is what to prepare for attending online meeting or training. Those of you who are actually participating in a Zoom meeting, either as a host or as a participant, I would encourage you to download this document, because from the many sessions of Zoom that I have attended, it looks like a lot of people need to improve on how the way the session is being managed. So maybe perhaps this document can help you to make those improvements. Secondly, the second document is about popular online meeting software and guideline to using Zoom. Contrary to a lot of concerns on the security breach for using Zoom that occurred at the end of March, Zoom has actually made a lot of patches and enhancement. And today, if you're using the Windows version, they are already on 5.02 version. And they have already made enhancement to tighten the security so that there are no Zoom bombers coming into your unauthorized meeting, unless you as a participant share the meeting ID and password to people that you do not know. And the third one is actually a document on guideline to online pets, which obviously is no longer needed because online pets is already over. And if we scroll down, you will notice that I have over here pictures of 9 icons whereby it actually represents the various club officers' role, from club president, club secretary, club treasurer, Rotary Foundation, club membership, public image, club service, club admin, and grant management seminar. Now, if you are, as an example, in charge of club membership, either as a committee chair or as a committee member, right? Click that particular icon and it will bring you to the Learning Center. And this may take about 10 seconds after login, but make sure you already are registered in My Rotary and you have a valid user ID and password. Also, for your information, RI actually encourage you to use Google Chrome for best experience on desktop running Windows or iOS or iPad. Now, unfortunately, you are unable to use smartphones at this point in time until the mobile version is ready, hopefully by end of 2020. Now, what happened next is that you will be prompted with this sign in screen at My Rotary, and you need to enter your sign-in email and password. Make sure that the email address that you key in is the same that you have given to RI when you registered as a member, or otherwise get your club secretary to update your records in My Rotary. Having said that, it will then bring you directly to this District 3310 Membership Committee Basics Learning Plan. And you actually cut down having to go through the maze of the webs in Rotary International, rotary.org. And this particular system will bring you directly to this particular learning plan for Club Membership Committee Basics. And you will be able to see that there are actually 13 courses in this plan that you need to take over a period of time at your convenience. And the modules are actually listed right below. The first two modules are actually listed on this screen. The first one says Getting Started with the Learning Center, and number 2, Get Ready Club Membership Committee. And it will also tell you how many percent is your progress. And it will also tell you that these 13 courses will take 7 hours and 13 minutes to complete. These are the remaining courses. And if you see at the bottom, Rotary Club Central Resources, there is a tick with a blue circle. This indicates that the course is completed. And this is the remaining courses under that particular learning plans. Now, if you recall that this is the landing page for the Club Membership Basic Learning Plans, right? Now, try to click this section and let's see what happened. You have a series of menus to choose. There is one which is called My Dashboard. Let us have a look at what is My Dashboard. My Dashboard, if you look on the left, right? Once you click that, you have a left and right section. Let's focus on the left section. This is the My Dashboard details. And as in close up, this is what you have. My Courses and Learning Plans. It indicates all the enrolled courses under the learning plans. Yeah. Now, there is a difference between learning plans and courses. Learning plan comprises of many courses. And the learning plans is indicated each of the item listed over here, whether they are actually learning plan or just a single course itself, and as well as the duration and the number of courses under that particular learning plan. Now, if you look on the right-hand side, it says My Achievement. It comprises of two things, my badges and as well as leaderboards. Now, if you look at badges, here, I have actually got 3 badges. Each badge has got different points. And today, I have actually 16 total points. Now, if you click at the top under the leadership, under the leaderboards, you will be able to see the name of the top 10 highest points earned to date, the name of the Rotarians, right? And by clicking this leaderboard, you will be able to go into the next page where when you click the down arrow button, and it will actually drop down the District 3310 leaderboard in blue. And when you click that, it will actually show the top 10 points chart related to only Rotarians in District 3310. Now with that, I hope that I have already explained to you a quick summary of the district online learning webpage that is integrated very tightly with the Rotary International .org. And I want to thank the Rotary Learning and Development Unit for giving me the cooperations to be able to actually work with them and getting them to do what is possible until today. Now, I am able to take some questions if there are any questions in relation to this. Let's see whether there are any questions that is coming up to this particular section. Okay, now says, what happened if you are unable to complete all the courses, the online courses, whether are you allowed to attend the district training assembly part 3 on the 2nd up to the 10th of June? Well, the answer is you can still attend, but it is encouraged that you should have completed these online courses based on your roles. For example, as I've shown just now, if you are actually in the membership committee, ideally you should have completed the 13 online courses so that you can fully capitalize what is going to be facilitated on the 2nd of June session. 2nd of June session is actually the membership session, the membership track. And the 3rd of June is the public image track. Someone is asking when is the track for, what date is for each of the track. I'm going to send some document that will tell you the dates for each of the track. But over here, I can share with you, membership track is on the 2nd of June. Public image track is on the 3rd. Rotary Foundation on the 4th. Secretary-elect track on the 5th. Youth service track on the 6th. Treasurer-elect track on the 7th. Vocational service track on the 8th. International service track on the 9th. Community service track on the 10th. All of them are actually a 1.5 hours course starting from 8 p.m. until 9:30 p.m. And they will be facilitated by the incoming district chair. And therefore, it is your interest to complete them so that you can benefit from attending this online session during the district training assembly from the 2nd to the 10th of June. There is also a question about whether a certificate will be issued for attending these online courses. Yes, as and when you complete each online course, after having completed the feedback form, you can download the certificate and save it to keep it, right? It's automatic, everything is paperless, is digital. And I can tell you today, incoming Assistant Governor Richard Ong from the Rotary E-Club District 3310 seems to be the Rotarian in the whole district having the most number of points. I think he got about 1,000 over points and way ahead from anyone else. What a good start it is. And I'm also very encouraged to see a number of incoming assistant governors and as well as president-elects who have already started taking the courses online. Now, also just to let you know that the district governor-elect, myself, and just recently, RI has decided that the district membership chair will be receiving the report on a weekly basis listing the name of Rotarians who have actually enrolled and taken these online courses, irrespective whether they have completed it or under progress. So we will be able to have the names for each of the Rotarians in District 3310. And I think going forward, our convener is going to announce something later on with regard to getting clubs whose club officers actually managed to complete the full training online that they will be able to receive some level of recognition. And those of you who actually require the URL again for the district website, if you are not very sure, just go into www.rotarydistrict3310.org.my. And from there, you will be able to look for online learning page, and it will take you to the link to the Rotary Learning Center. Now, with that, I would like to call upon a convener to come back again on screen. Convener, I'm not too sure whether you are aware, but incoming Assistant Governor Richard Ong is now way ahead of everybody else, having accumulated 1,000 over points in this online learning course.
Yeah, I've been in touch with him, and I was surprised. It's fantastic. Yeah, he's done quite a lot of courses, completed many of them, and he will be rewarded. He will be rewarded. I'm working with Gladys on the award that the leaders will get completing the courses. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There you are, Rotarians. DGE Mohan is working with the incoming district chair for district awards to look at clubs who have completed, or rather to look for club whose incoming club officers have completed all the training courses. I think we're looking maybe at the top 2 or top 3. I will leave that details for PP Gladys to work it out, isn't it, convener?
Yes, Chairman.
Okay. So, convener, what do you think about this online training so far with the DISTAS going on under the plan, from the 2nd until the 10th of June?
In fact, actually, it's very delighted to see. I always advocated that Rotary knowledge is very important if you want to manage a club today. And this online training has given a lot of opportunities to the Ps, the AGs, and many of us, including myself, to learn a lot from the Rotary Learning Center. And I can only see, our district getting more knowledgeable, and all this, it was, you guys from the D-Lead team has done a great job. So it's catching up. It's catching up, and I hope this will continue after the lifting of the MCU as well, where now people are free, so they can go and do all these things. But I hope this culture of going into the My Rotary to learn will be there.
Thank you, thank you. And one thing I have forgotten to mention just now is that convener, these online learning courses, they are actually courses that are not related to Rotary, that you can actually tap for the benefit of your life outside of Rotary, for your profession. As an example, there are courses on how to become a good facilitator, courses how to conduct online meeting. Now, I'm sure, apart from having Zoom meeting for Rotary, you may be having a need to conduct Zoom meeting with your business associates, with your staff, and there are courses available to actually impart upon you knowledge and skill. What are the techniques that you use to conduct these online courses? Now, this is actually the value of being a Rotarian, because these courses are free. So, with this lockdown and restricted movement, or they call it, what is it, chain breaker in Singapore?
Circuit breaker. Circuit
breaker in Singapore, right? So I think you can all take this opportunity to enrich ourselves, because according to that vision of Rotary, it says, the change, lasting change in the community, in the world, and in ourselves. Now, with that, convener, I think we have already reached the end of the program. I would like you to deliver the closing remarks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman. Fellow Rotarian from District 3310 and our most valued guests from other districts, Thank you, District Governor Jeff Yong and all participants. My heartfelt thanks for gracing the event for the last 90 minutes. Once again, I thank RIP Holger Knaack for his time with us, and I am sure his thoughts and guidance will be beneficial to all of us. As a convener and incoming district governor, I am incredibly pleased that our trainings and participation by the president-elects and incoming governors has moved up the scale. District officers and club officers will be next to join the trainings and talks planned in the next 2 parts of DISTAS. Dear friends, an event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels started turning weeks ago. It requires planning and attention to detail. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by the District Learning and Development Committee headed by RI training leader PDG Andre Suarto, comprising very motivated and dedicated colleagues who are well versed in their roles and are results oriented. The district training will not end after the DISTAS, but the D-Lead team have plans to continue enriching our Rotarians with Rotary knowledge throughout the Rotary year 2020-2021. Online trainings will make this possible, and I look forward to all your participation. Thank you and keep healthy and safe. Over to you, PDG Andre.
Thank you. Right. Clarence, will you be able to put us back? Right. So don't forget, right? This is the reminder for tomorrow. And thank you for being with us. Right. Thank you very much. And what a great session. Thank you, everybody, for being with us and for your comments, the live comments itself. And it is very nice to see so many people from far and near to be with us this evening. Take care and see you again. All the best. Thank you for your attendance. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night.